RPGs let you play your way. You can be the hero, save the day, and make all the right choices. But some games look at that freedom and they ask, what if we let the player be completely unhinged instead? From cannibal cults to becoming a fish god, these are 5 of the most bizarre choices RPGs actually let you make. Let's get into it. We're starting with full-on cannibalism, and this one really sets the tone for what I mean when I say unhinged. You meet Aola in Markarth's Hall of the Dead, and she recruits you for a little job, and before you know it, you're luring brother Virelis to Reachcliff Cave as the main course for a cult sacrifice. You can turn on the cult and save Virelis, but if you let this play out, you're tasked with killing him and then eating his body, standing over someone you just murdered, preparing to eat them. It's unsettling in a way that most games don't even really touch. The reward is the Ring of Namira, which gives you plus 50 stamina, and the ability to eat corpses, in case you needed any encouragement. It's definitely the kind of quest that will live rent-free in your head after playing it, that's for sure. Alright, so where the Taste of Death quest from Skyrim is depraved, Disco Elysium is a completely different kind of unhinged. On paper, you're a detective, but in practice, you can flirt at catastrophically inappropriate moments, sacrifice your health by sitting in an uncomfortable chair just to prove a point, bully civilians during tragic moments, or, my personal favorite, approach a mail collection box with genuine empathy. You can encourage it like you're giving it a pep talk before its big moment. In the middle of a town square, where everyone can see the detective who's supposed to be solving a murder, empathizing with a mailbox. It's definitely one of the most wholesome, yet completely unhinged moments that this game has to offer. So we've talked about cannibalism and oddly wholesome public humiliation, but it gets even weirder because the next entry doesn't just let you make an unhinged choice, it lets you become a deity. In the Festering Cove of the Underdark, you'll find the Kuo-Toa mid-ritual chanting and dancing for their god, Bual. Except, you realize that Bual isn't a god, he's a redcap who's been manipulating the fish folk into worshipping him. And Baldur's Gate 3, being Baldur's Gate 3, not only can you intervene to show them the truth, you have the option to become their god instead. Through a mix of persuasion and combat, you can dismantle his claim and take the divinity for yourself. The Kuo-Toa turn their devotion to you without any hesitation, which obviously makes you no better than the redcap, but you're a god now, so I guess who's gonna judge you? Becoming a god through manipulation is one kind of unhinged, but Fallout New Vegas puts you in a much simpler, regrettable situation, where the bad decision is purely physical, not power or divinity, just you in a room testing a prototype robot you really shouldn't have tested. Fisto is a robot programmed for companionship, and you're sent to retrieve it for the Atomic Wrangler. Straightforward enough until the game gives you the option to test it yourself. And if you're like me, that morbid curiosity isn't going to let you miss this opportunity. What follows is a kind of regret that hits you before the screen even fades back in. It's the fastest I think I've ever gone from I need to know to I shouldn't know this. But at least with Fisto, you can walk away. You can close the door, and ideally, no one has to know about it. But for our last entry, you do it more than once, voluntarily, with a disgusted audience watching. We're closing this list with Baldur's Gate 3 again. This entry is so strange and so easy to miss that it almost feels like an achievement in questionable decision-making. Deep in the Gauntlet of Shar, near your Gear's lair, you come across the corpse of a huge spider. The air around it is thick, and you can practically smell the rot through the screen. As you examine the spider, you find bite marks and something abnormal about it. The game tells you that the carcass is bloated and it smells like decay. And yet, you have the option to breathe in the rancid smell and lick it, while your companions look on in pure disgust. And then you can just do it again. Why would you do that? Why would you do it twice? It's nasty. I guess you can just blame it on the tadpole and try to move on. So, I want to know, what's the most unhinged thing you've done in an RPG? Please share the choice that made you sit back and think, I can't believe the devs actually let me do that. I know there are many, many more out there, so look out for another one of these videos in the future. Until then, if you like more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.